Okay, well, we should... Are we going to keep...
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
We'll just...
Record.
Yeah. I just, if, like, I want to start it out with something witty. Something witty, pretty, and titty. Sure. So, hey, it's Mike.
Hey, it's Katie.
And...
It's me.
I don't know if you heard that, but we've got a Nicole lurking in the corridors.
She might be in some of this.
So...
And we don't think we had enough to say, so now we'll bring some friends our way. They're gonna tell us stories that we didn't know. So sit right there and enjoy the show. Oh.
You might hear a Nicole pop in every once in a while. We tried to tame her, but I don't know.
You know what else we should try to tame?
My
We're gonna go to the music after that. Thank you.
I was gonna say, you know what else we should tame?
Your heart, your music. What?
I get to our theme song.
Ba-doom.
Yeah, I'm just honest.
We're gonna do that there. Okay.
Which one do I have? Hey.
I'll keep the whole thing. Oh, hey! Alright, so, hello.
Heller.
How you been? What you
okay.
do?
Oh, not me.
I mean, yeah, if you want to answer, sure.
We always ask people who listen to our podcast, but then they can't answer us back.
I mean, like, they can in spirit. I feel your energy. And by the way, you need to tone it the fuck down because...
You're being offensive.
It's a little offensive right now, which is a perfect segue to our topic
Why'd you sound
this
like
week.
the grandma from Courage the Cowardly Dog?
She's a cowardly dog.
My voice cut out. My voice cut out so bad.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Shut up.
We're talking about things that we get offended by, things that you might get offended by, things that the people get offended by.
By the people. For the people. Dude, hold on.
In the people. Oh.
In the people. What the fuck? My one professor, I think he's from, he told us.
Norway.
Zimbabwe. No, Zimbabwe.
Oh, okay.
He's cool as fuck, but he can't say people, so it's like by the people, for the people, and I'm like, dude, just made me think about it.
That would bother me.
It bothers me a lot.
Epic levels.
Doesn't offend me, it just bothers me.
Do I offend you? Sorry. Okay.
Yes. Why don't you kick it off?
Those little commentaries, those are the Nicole lurking around. That's just so everyone's clear. What do you mean? What things that offend me? Like what?
What's one thing that offends?
Well, okay, let's define what
being offended is.
Being offended. What do you consider being offensive?
For me, like the definition, if I had to describe it myself, would be that unsettling feeling where I want to like punch somebody in the face.
Okay, so you're thinking on the side of receiving the
aggression.
Yes. Okay, the offending.
If I'm offending people, I know how I feel. I feel like bad.
Okay,
like
so
I know it's a mindset.
You've learned to not offend people because of kind of like societal training, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
How about you?
I mean, with the things I find offensive, like. It depends because jokes can be offensive, but at the same time, they're also jokes. So, I mean, it depends on where they're coming from. Something. I guess it's more the
things
intent.
that you're saying or people are saying. Like, things that offend you. Like, a joke that offends you, it's a joke, but, like, still.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is me personally. I mean, like, like I said, it depends on the intent of the person. Like, if somebody doesn't mean to offend, you know what I mean? Like, it is just, learning or something like that. You can't get mad at people for learning things, you know what I mean? Like it takes you can tell them, you know what I mean? Like but it depends on the intent for me. It's like if somebody's being like derogatory, you know what I mean?
Like, or genuinely
doesn't no, I mean like if somebody is genuinely being hateful or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
or they don't know that they're doing it. They're not consciously aware.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what I have typically have a problem with. But I mean like what I find offensive and what somebody else finds offensive is gonna be completely
different
different.
things.
Yeah. What do you find offensive?
It depends, honestly. Also, like, if I'm if I'm in like a bad mood or I'm just feeling sensitive, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So just catch a tone with me and I'm
Yeah,
offended.
no, I feel that.
You know what I mean? Like they couldn't even be mad at me. They just say, how are you doing? But they say it like kind of weird. I'm just like, what the fuck does that mean?
Like, because you're in your own head and
fucking
think you
bad.
so like as soon as you hear, you're like, I'm sorry. Like
I had a bad day. I'm insecure. Like I feel a little weird, and you said some dumb shit to me. Like you know, I'm trying to be dumb, but
I get so easily offended when I have my period.
Girl, yes. The hormones
Girl.
be raging.
And I also get really warm too.
Yeah, me too. Running hot.
Well, I mean, like, yeah.
Hormones really are a bitch. Like being a woman is
great.
a
No,
curse.
I know
It's
that's
a fucking curse.
that's
honestly.
why I am thankful that I am a man.
Swinging with
I
the dick?
identify as a male.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, everybody heard what you said.
I said swinging with a dick.
That's what I'm doing.
Yep.
A dick that ain't slick.
Dick.
All up in your thick.
All
my God.
Yo.
All right, I'm done with
No.
that. That was
No.
enough. That was enough. I'm done with that. But so what's something that have you ever come across something that has like been personally offensive towards you?
Yeah, when people call me a fucking ginger. I hate that.
Yeah.
I honestly,
I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
I honestly
I don't know
really,
who those people are.
Right.
yo, bitches. I really hate that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know that I have red hair. Why do you have to point it out?
Yeah, well, people, you know, this goes with people seeing something different or something, you know what I'm saying, and they find it. See, I just found it
I
amusing.
know it pisses you off, so that's fine. But
Yeah,
that's just
I know, which makes me even more
when you're
mad.
friends with somebody, you can take some things to the offensive level. I mean, not.
Oh, if I don't talk shit to you, I don't love you. Like,
Yeah.
just how
That's
it
you
is.
know
Yeah,
that's
like,
straight up.
If
Yeah.
someone else I don't know was like, "Oh, you're fucking
That's-
ginger,"
yeah, that's just
I'm like,
rude
"Do you
and
want
vulgar.
me to fucking punch you right in your
Right,
face,
like-
or do you like what's good?"
That you did
I will
that
drop
like
you.
a drunk guy on Allen somewhere.
Okay, because that's
sure
how it
she's
happens.
experienced
Okay,
Right.
that's I'm just wondering if that came from experience or
Yeah,
As
but
a
like
personal
also
story.
like
Yeah.
people that I'm not friends with they think I'm their friend. Like because I'm a friendly person.
Yeah.
They'll say that shit, and I'm like, don't
See, I
fucking cross me.
I'm like real super nice and polite to you unless I know you and I'm comfortable with you, and then I'm a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
But it's out of love, you know.
Yeah, no. And like,
Yeah,
If I'm
that's
nice
fair.
to you, I don't fuck with you.
see, like, and that's real. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the
Like, I want
opposite, but
something
okay.
like, you know, I don't want it to be like all happy bubbly all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and I don't mean
if
like,
I can't roast you,
You want
yeah,
scraps?
like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like if we can't like fight in the middle of the street and you know
I
come
love-
back and
we've-
have
right.
like
Tea.
tea afterwards. Yeah. And I'm talking about like tea as in gossip. You know,
yeah.
because I'm gay. Okay.
I'm like real because I like to.
I mean, okay, we can do tea and tea.
I don't know. I mean, it takes a lot to offend me though, honestly, because like I don't take shit seriously. Like
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for me that was a learned behavior. I feel like learning not to take things too seriously
See, like-
helps me cope.
yeah, like growing up in my family, like that's how we showed love for one. We were just mean to each other.
Yeah.
Like
See, that's-
there was no actual affection and love. Like
See, this is where it's weird because like my family like were super like loving and affectionate and like I mean like we didn't really talk to each other with sarcasm, so I don't know where mine developed and my sisters developed, but like we all
the
became
both-
super sassy along the way and so did my
Mine-
parents.
My family is both. Like my mom is super like
Yeah.
offensive to me. Like she'll just straight up
Yeah,
be a
but-
fucking.
I've heard this shit. She
Ooh.
I love my mother, and I'm one of 3 people that's allowed to say whatever I want about her. My dad's not allowed, but my brothers are because I came out that woman, so
Right.
I can say what I want.
I feel.
My mom is an angel. Most of the time. Sorry, Ma.
We're not gonna get into that. I mean, my mom's great too. I mean, she, you know what I mean. Like she's
Christine.
Christine. She's a lovely woman. I love her to death. And she's also one of the sweetest. You know, one of the sweetest people I've ever.
I won't
ever
think so,
known.
Mom. Sweet.
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, yeah. Your mom has a
love you,
hard up
Mama.
exterior. She's like, you know, she's got that steel.
Right.
Your mom scares me.
Badass bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck your
Your
whole
mom
life.
offended me when I was trying to go into your fucking driveway like a month ago.
Crazy, dude.
I was letting Nicole's mom go like toward because Nicole lives on like a curve.
And no,
almost.
we've known each other for a very
Yeah,
long
yeah,
time.
yeah.
So like,
yeah, like 10 plus years, well over 10 years now. And Nicole's mom was pulling like
Backing up.
pulling towards the driveway.
yeah.
And I was like, no, like go ahead. I'm pulled over, and she's like, no, you go. And
She
didn't know who I was. Fucking flipped out, and
she has
then
no patience whatsoever.
Nicole had to tell her it was me that she felt bad.
Oh, sorry, I said sorry. Like, Mom, I know how that works.
Scared
Why are
for
you
my
so
life.
angry? Like, she's crazy. She's,
yeah, I know.
she's
That's funny though.
she's a loving woman. She's got a good heart. She's just crazy. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, all of our moms are very like sweet, kind-hearted
Different, though.
people, but like,
man.
There are some crazy motherfuckers. That's for damn sure.
My
Mom's
mom,
nuts.
she's the scariest woman I've ever met. Like, she's the scariest person I've ever met.
I'm way
and
more
she's
scared.
the baddest bitch like I've ever met.
Oh,
yeah.
I believe that.
I'm way more scared of my mom than I am my dad. And I
Did
tell
that
my
come
dad
from
that.
like her parents or anything like that, or
Her upbringing was really strange.
how many siblings?
She had 6 siblings. And
My
she was the
God.
youngest.
My mom
Yeah.
had 4 siblings. She's 5.
When she had 5 siblings, yeah. So she's the sixth.
What is with that
the sixth
generation,
child.
man?
Catholics, man.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so like by the time she was like, all of her older siblings were like way older than her, and her parents were like old as shit. Like they pretty much were just like figure it out. Like they had given up. You know what I'm saying? They're old, they're retired. They're like, I don't want to be a parent anymore. Like good luck, Godspeed. And they're very cold. Like her mom was German. She's very cold. Her dad was a World War II vet who had seen some fucking shit. So like he was just emotionally gone too. So she just never had any like
actual
Love,
yeah. So like she just kind of had to like figure it out on her own.
That's definitely where that came from. Then,
Right.
yeah. Oh, wow, that's so weird.
Yeah.
It's just weird that like certain experiences shape who you are.
right.
Like that's it. That's
Oh, yeah.
the.
And she passed that shit on to me.
And then you pass that stuff on. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
So
Like,
how am I so loving?
We don't know.
I was like, what are you?
You really are though. You're so bubbly and friendly. Like it's
I'm
Yeah,
not-
I know it's
no.
to a
Yeah,
fault.
you really
Yeah,
are, though.
I'm
Like,
not.
You are.
I'm mean.
I'm mean.
right. Like okay. Then.
I'm a bully.
Do I sound like that?
I mean, a
You
little.
did that in the last podcast, and then I went back and listened to it, and I was like, ew, I don't eat burgers.
I don't eat burgers.
I laughed so fucking hard at that.
Yeah, I love mimicking you. It's fun.
It offends me. It
But
offends you.
when mine is more from a political standpoint, I guess.
Oh, God.
Not
Yeah.
like, not like
get into that, like-
Brace yourself.
politics. Like just people calling me a faggot. Or,
Oh, that's
you know
not
what I'm
political.
saying?
It's politically
now
incorrect.
it is. Yeah, I mean, but that it doesn't just go to me though. Like when people attack my community or
You don't
know
like the
what I mean?
word.
Yeah. Like it's
Right. Like you don't get personally offended, but you're like, why the fuck are you like this? Like,
Yeah.
Why are you?
it's and then I go to a questioning place because I kind of want to know. I'm always like, why? Like, why do you
Right.
feel this way? Like, what is this source coming from? Like,
Yeah.
is it a learned behavior? Like, do you feel like I just and I have all these questions and we never get the answers to
Right.
it. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
people are just people.
But like
There's
that's
lots of theories
I
about
get
that.
offended when people like I get offended seeing other people hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
when
yeah.
when I see that people are uncomfortable or that people are putting them in other people are putting them in bad situations
Yeah.
or making them
Okay.
feel small and you know what I'm saying?
Or
Like
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Like a
actually
bully?
that personally offends me. Like
Yeah.
I get burnt like seeing like
Yeah, I feel like I'm the same way. Like, it doesn't offend me personally. Like, you could say whatever the fuck you want to me, but you're not gonna say that about somebody else.
right like and like it's like I can handle it differently
Right.
than I know somebody else can and it's
Right.
just like and not that like anybody should be saying stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? If it doesn't affect you personally, don't fucking worry about it, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
mind your
Like
fucking business.
it shouldn't offend you. Like when people say that even the gay existence offends them, you know what I'm saying? Like
Or
Yeah, that's like
Like,
why.
Excuse me for a living. Like,
yeah, that I'm sorry.
Right,
Like,
my bad.
you know what I mean? Like
That's
and-
so fucked if you put that into context.
I mean, and that's really
I
what
don't
they're
like
doing.
your
They're saying,
existence.
they're saying
Like,
that our
you don't even know
existence
me, but okay. Like,
is not welcome. And that's the
Because I'm like,
Catholic
dick,
Church,
like,
the Catholic Church and stuff like that. Yes, they're all welcoming, they're all accepting.
Very
Okay,
They offend me.
you know, saying that we love you, we just hate the sinner. That's not the same fucking thing.
They love
okay?
the outer shell of a human being, but they don't love
Yeah,
who you are for
and
inside.
that's kind of where family takes it to a point.
write
Good
that
for
down.
me.
Write that down.
good for me with
Just
that
like
one.
Katie's smart thought today. One. Today I had a thought.
Are you offended?
No, he's right.
Boom. No, I'm just kidding. What's the saying?
The Catholic Church.
Yeah. Period. The
whole thing of it.
They just the fact that they take it on them and then they're like, well, we're offended that you feel offended, and it's like,
Bitch, don't make me feel offended
somebody
in the
here
first
has to learn, and it's not the person
I-
who was born gay. Like,
I saw something where it's like, I love when people violate your boundaries and then try to police your reactions, and it's like, what the fuck is that? And I love that because it's like, my boundaries are my boundaries. You can't tell me how I feel. Like, you offend me, I'm offended. Don't get mad that I'm offended because you did something stupid. Like,
right, and
You know what? I offended my friend a couple weeks ago, and I felt so bad as the words were coming out of my mouth.
sometimes you think it's gonna be funny.
Yup,
And
that's
hey,
me. Always, my foot's always in my
I
mouth.
don't know
I'm always
if
saying
she
dumb
listens
shit.
to the podcast, but I'm sorry again because I'm going to bring it up. We were at work. She's vegan. We were at work, and there was like like shrimp and like a steak and a bunch of stuff on a plate, and I go, "Oh, look at all those dead friends."
Oh.
But as it was coming out of my mouth, I felt like an asshole, and then she literally didn't talk to me for like an hour. Then I was like, "Are you?"
See, that's a little dramatic.
Right, like I wouldn't be
No, it's not. I meant, well, she takes it very seriously, which is fine. But like, I was just my dumb ass, like, "Oh, look at all the dead friends on that plate," and then she put the tray down and then was like, "You can take it." And I was
Okay,
like,
but like you didn't kill them,
chill
and that's
out.
not the. I mean, regardless.
Right.
I'm just saying, I
Can't tell
offended.
people. We can't.
Yeah, I offended her.
Right.
Right. I mean, like if she feels offended, but there's some things that people need to realize are not
But
in
what
retrospect.
Nicole just said,
You
you can't tell people what to not get offended about.
Right.
But you can tell yourself what to get offended about. Oh my God, Tally too.
Tally
One
now.
and a
But I mean, right. But at the same time, like there's what is it? What is that?
You
What is
just
that?
went to that pose.
What is that word? What is that word? Unconventional. No. Irrational. Irrational. People can also be irrational. So that's you know what I'm saying.
Like me.
Like you know people that are afraid that like maybe a glass doorknob will explode. Like you know that's irrational.
What?
I'm saying that's a series of unfortunate.
Do that?
A series of unfortunate events reference.
I must ask you not to use any of the doorknobs in the house. Just push on the wood of the door and it'll open.
Why?
Well, I'm always afraid that the doorknobs will shatter into a million tiny pieces and one of them will hit my eye.
You wouldn't honestly.
I'm so confused. Another movie I haven't seen.
It's good.
No, we're not gonna add to the list.
good.
Fuck that.
Yeah, you got your list is so long. We'll never get through it. You'll be in a casket before we finish. that
I'm
fucking
offended.
list.
Again, though, it's just like it's a personal thing.
People's outfits offend me.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm
No,
still
it's true.
Like your outfit is offending me right now.
I hate when people
Shut
don't use
up.
manners. That offends me. Like, please and thank you. Why is that so fucking hard?
Oh my god! And I was just having this conversation with somebody the other day because I kept dropping off food to people, and like people just look at you or they
Right.
don't look at you or
They
like
treat you like robots.
yeah,
It's
like
I'm
it's like
a person. Hello.
Like I had just like statically walked there. I was like, "Here's your food," and just like put it down. Like
no, I have feelings. Thank you.
I just like don't get it, and I literally and I say,
That's so
and this
true.
is gonna be bad.
Oh, I sarcastically say
I
you're
say you're welcome all
Yup,
the time.
bitch, yup.
I go, you're welcome, and I
Right,
walk
that's
away.
my fucking favorite.
It's the only power I got. And
Right.
I keep it with me.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Yeah, if that was your own table, you wouldn't do that.
oh, I've done it to my own tables. I've gotten in
could.
trouble for doing it to my own tables.
But how can they even? He said you're welcome. Like I said you're
He
welcome.
goes,
You're right. Like,
he literally. This is when I was working at Red Lobster, and my manager pulled me in the office. He goes, "Did you tell the customer to say thank you?" I said, "Yeah," and he was like, "You can't do that." I was like, "Okay."
someone got
I was
You
like,
said say thank you.
yeah, I said, "Oh, thank you. You're welcome." That's what I said, and I walked away because I was pissed, and this guy was treating me like shit the entire time.
Oh, whatever.
And I knew it was either because I was gay or he just like was in a fucking bad mood. And
Probably the first one.
I mean, that
Because
happens more
people
often than you would
are
think.
assholes,
Yes, like
yeah.
I just served another guy this other day when I was training, and he did not want anything to do with me. So
Cause you like dick.
that's
you like
I mean, like,
Why
when you
does
put it
that
like
matter?
But it's because of the way like I have a higher pitched voice. Like you know what I mean. Like it's
He doesn't
just-
even know that you're gay though.
men are
You could be
weird.
straight.
It doesn't matter that people
you know
make
what?
assumptions.
You know what
what I'm
offends
saying?
me? Men, straight men.
Yeah,
offend
they
me.
do. Yep, they offend me too. I mean, like
Not all of them, but some, yeah.
Oh
Most
god.
I've ever met, honestly. Like,
Not all! Not all! Okay, the offensive straight white men, you are...
Oh, I hate them, yeah.
I mean, it's just... Typically throughout history, it's...
internalized misogyny is
Yeah.
what offends me. Like, get over your fucking self.
Yeah,
Like,
it's more just being humble and, like, you know what I mean? They also are the ones to be like, I'm offended that you feel offended. It's like...
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
facts.
but you're the one that caused the problem.
right. Like, racism's not okay? What do
No,
you mean?
yeah, like, first of all, like, they're typically the ones to call somebody a slur word or
Yeah.
Derogatory
you know,
term.
yeah, like typically, women are more, not all the time, but like,
Trump got 55% of women.
yeah, that's
so
very
shame
true.
on y'all.
Yeah, no, I get that.
White women voted.
Yeah, Terry Jr. shouting out the real stuff. But they
I know I gotta listen to it.
okay, they're gonna play that. Okay, but
You know what offends me? I'm sorry.
well, that just offended me. So
Whatever. Okay, all three of these kind of go hand in hand. shitty drivers, people in the drive-thru, and impatient people.
I'm a shitty driver. I suck at drive-thrus, and I am impatient.
Therefore, she is the problem.
I am the problem.
I mean, okay, so here's
I'm nice in drive-thrus.
Here's a scenario for you.
You're kind in drive-thrus. They could be literally murdering you. You'd be like,
Thank you. I'm a terrible driver, though, and I often get impatient. Although it depends on the situation. Like at work, I'm always impatient. Like I hate customers, but as a real person, at work, I'm very.
I'm saying as a real person, like I was in the Tim Hortons drive-thru the other day before.
What is the alternative to real person? What are we?
Customer service.
Oh, okay.
When I'm like customer service zone, I'm not a real person.
Gotcha.
Which is like just contradictory to what we say about not being robots, but also like working customer service and telling me that that's your real personality because it's not.
Yeah, I know. That's the reason though. You know, you have to overcompensate for it, right?
Because it's emotionally draining to deal with the general public, so I disassociate.
Yes, disassociation.
Big fact.
My favorite thing to do.
That's the only way to get through life.
There's a girl in the drive-thru, like an older woman, actually behind me the other day, and she literally like, I was in the Tim Hortons drive-thru getting my coffee, and
you sound muffled.
No, I don't.
I'm hearing you. Your arm is in front of your mouth. You sound muffled.
Anyways, I was in the Tim Hortons drive-thru the other day, and there was a woman behind me, and all I got were 2 coffees, and it took a minute and a half, and she's behind me like, oh my god, what the fuck? Come on! Like I could see her in my rear view, like fucking trying to yoke me up through, like without words.
If you didn't have time, you should have stopped through the drive-thru.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
bitch, you have 2 feet. Get up
and get out of your car
and
go inside. Like you know, people. That's.
But I'm saying she was an older woman, and she was just like, "Oh, dude,
I don't care." She just came out the womb.
She don't got much time left, so she's trying to rush out.
I can feel death coming.
True as fuck.
Dad is in my backseat.
I need
Give me
to
a fucking ride. Fuck her, though.
I mean, like,
fuck her. Fuck her.
You just gotta remember that Brenda's mad because her daughter doesn't call her anymore because she lives in Vegas with her 5
She
children.
was a Karen, not a Brenda.
Oh, Karen.
You want to go to Taco Bell?
I can't go to Taco Bell. I'm on an all-carb diet. God, Karen, you are so stupid.
Regina, wait.
Those are the worst. I'm sorry for any Karens listening to this, but you know who you are. I can't change you.
I have yet to meet a Karen who isn't a bitch. I'm gonna be real. I've met like 3 Karens and they all suck.
The only Karens I've ever met are over the age of 40. So
yes.
I have an Aunt Karen, and the rest of my family.
Is she terrible?
She's always been really nice to me. I don't know, but the rest of the family absolutely hates her. Well,
because
I hope you're not fucking listening.
You know, I can't go by that though because I was the kid that everybody.
She's an aunt.
Hated.
Woman,
well, I mean, like, but it's true. I was the. You know what I find offensive? People deciding who you are before you even know.
Right.
Yeah, like dressing you.
Not even that. Even when parents have. What offends me is when parents have children
project
as an extension of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's my biggest
not
problem.
Out of love.
It's to see it's not to see a different person grow because you're not birthing you. Like, as much as you want to think that this person is going to be exactly like you, and they might be by picking up your habits or your patterns, but that doesn't mean that they're you. That means that they're learning your behaviors. You are shaping some kind of being that they are, but they have somebody inside of them that's already themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, they're their own individual.
Right, just because they're young, you can tell when somebody's different because they're, you know what I mean? Like, they're young. They say things that you would never say or do things, you know what I'm saying? Because they're their own person.
Think about my nephew and how he's going to be when he's a teenager.
And he's going to be completely different than he is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
good.
Or he can be exactly the same, you know, some people
don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? But,
don't.
I mean, like, I'm sure he'll, you know, people change all the time, so you, like, you know, and this is just because parents kind of do this, but my parents, you know, had a certain vision for me, had a certain idea in their head, and then when it went against their vision, it kind of shattered their world a little bit, and they had to learn to pick up the different pieces again. Yeah. And, you know, and so it was having that, you can't have a pre-existing notion of, you know, your child before they've even had the chance to, like,
realize who they are themselves.
Yeah, like, don't be, you know, and that's why, anyways, that's, you know, it's offensive to me because now that kid is going to grow up with some alternate state of mind, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, so
it is, I don't want to put it this way, but it is almost damn near impossible to not put an influence on your child though, because they are in your home. It's not like I'm not saying you can't, like, I grew up and grew out of what my parents taught me. I'm not saying that's not possible, but like you can let your child. My parents let us do what we wanted.
Yeah.
They were like, you can play sports or music or whatever. And I know people like our age who we went to high school with, or even people like now that I met later in life, that like their parents made them do shit.
Well, yeah.
That's the difference.
Give kids the choice. That's
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's hard to not like influence your kids to like if you play a certain type of music in your home, the kids might end up loving it because that's what they grew up with.
What they're listening to.
Yeah.
I'm coming
I know
from
what
my
you're
own
talking about.
personal
Yeah, I know what you're talking
perspective.
about.
Yeah, but I mean, there are people like, especially in the faith that we were raised in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you want, educate your kid about different religions, or let them
or
experience,
don't baptize them until they want. They say
until
they want to or they don't.
Make the decision themselves, because
what my brother's
like
doing.
you know, you are.
That's also like because people believe that you have to get like the longer you are exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like if you really believe that, like obviously you want the best.
Or
for
if you're
your child.
not baptized, you don't go to heaven.
Yes, but I don't think that it's right me making that decision for somebody else. If I was making that decision just because of
like
but I
a
mean,
kid or
like,
whatever.
as a parent, like if that's something you truly believe, like obviously you're going to do what's best for your child. So like, I don't know, that's a tough one.
it's true. It just ends in it can end badly.
I don't know, because
I was baptized, but I'm not like I was baptized. I went to communion. I never did confirmation because like before confirmation, I decided that Catholicism wasn't what I was about.
The only problem is that now you're still baptized in basically a cult, which I am obviously as well. But I confirmed mine.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I don't take it that seriously. Like, I was baptized, so what? Like,
it's just like, but it's like almost like a cult ritual. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an initiation into, you know, in people are gonna get mad at me for saying this. I mean, if we break,
you really shouldn't care by this point.
I don't care. That's why I'm still saying it. When you break, down the cult to the religion, to its bare bones, it is you get baptized, which is an initiation, right? That happens in every cult. Then you grow up and you eat the body and blood of Christ. It is very important that you share body, flesh, and blood in cults. That's why people slit their fingers or slit their hands or, you know, drink blood from other people and share cups. Like, it's a bonding thing. Then
conversation flow.
I know. But divulged very fast. Divulged, I think it is. And then you go to your confirmation. Oh, no, which one is? It's, your sins, reconciliation. That's what it's called. Reconciliation. That's before communion, and that's, you know, forgiving your sins. And
you are 6. What sins are there?
That's exactly my point. They're like, oh, I stole a candy bar from, like, okay, like, you know, that's where the guilt comes from as a child. That's where they teach you to be guilty, to feel guilt, because then you need to rely on somebody to relieve you of that guilt.
You know what I said in my first confession? I was like, I called my brother an idiot.
I don't remember.
It's literally what I said. I said, I called my brother an idiot. I'll never forget that. And they were like, oh, 10 Hail Marys. Yeah. I'm like, because I called Chris an idiot because he's a fucking idiot.
They say some random number every time. I was like,
they don't even
that didn't even
really? I always got 10.
No, I mean, I would get like 8 for something stupid, and then something kind of serious, I would get like 2. Like, it's I don't know.
Anyways, we're not going into that.
No. But I'm just breaking it down for you. That is something I find offensive, is the cult rituals of the Catholic faith. That's a personal affliction that I have. Like,
the thing is, I think a lot of your upbringing has to do with like how you perceive things and why you're offended about things.
Mm-hmm.
And, like,
how you turn out.
We project, like, so.
I am not offended by things my parents are offended by, and vice versa.
Oh, not at all. We are offended by the opposite things.
My parents are 60. I'm 25.
You have a different relationship.
Yeah, I was gonna say, my parents are like, I don't know, like my mom gets offended by like weird shit, but that's just because she's impatient and angry all the time. But like my parents really don't ever, like my dad, I don't think I've ever seen my dad offended by anything. Like, he's just the most chill man I've ever met in my whole life. And then like my mom, she's just crazy. So I'm just like,
I feel that. So I mean, my parents, they get offended by. We're not going to go into that.
I'm not, because I know my dad can find this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get into that.
Anything else?
Why do people put their kids on leashes? The backpack leashes. That
honestly,
offends me.
I could kind of get that. Like, I can barely take care of a dog. And
I mean, like, Carter did run and then fall into stones today and cut his hand, but like...
Also, like, the world's a fucking crazy place. Like, people just be taking kids now, like...
I'm offended that a child's on a string, though.
Okay, but, I mean, like... I know that it's very difficult to keep track of a child, but at the same time, like, you should be. A lot of parents don't watch their kids.
That's the other thing. I'm offended by parents who spend more time on their goddamn phone than pay attention to their child. You know how
Snaps.
You know how many fucking times I see parents who literally, like, their moms or their child's like, let's play, mommy, and she's like, go away.
Yeah, and then they're
Facebook.
like this.
But what are you doing? And
their kid is running around the restaurant,
and they're posting about how much they love their child on Facebook. I'm like, if you loved your child, you pay attention to your child.
I'm my nephew's personal photographer because my brother and my sister-in-law don't have the time to take pictures of him because they're watching
that's
him.
what we're there for. But, like, yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're like, can you take pictures of him? Because, like, I need him to sit still. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, sure. But look over here. Say cheese. Cheese. And then it's done.
There are parents that, like, literally, do you know how many times I've almost tripped over a child while carrying a fucking
Almost,
tray?
I did. And just spill a beer on a baby. I think I already
Oh, yeah, I did. But that was my own fault. That was, like, the tray was, like, tipping, and then, like, I didn't save the beer, and the beer went all over the child. But luckily, the family was laughing about it, so we're good.
Right, God bless.
Yeah. And they tipped me well.
It also offends me when, like, 10-year-olds have iPhones and have Instagrams and, like,
Yeah.
That's
Snapchats.
weird.
Because it's like, what the fuck, man?
Well, we had MySpace, but I think I was like 12.
Yeah, I was old.
Yeah, I was
8th grade, so I was, like...
I didn't have that until, like, you know...
My first cell phone wasn't until I was 13 years old.
My parents got me a
And it was
phone
limited,
and
like-
then quickly realized that it was a bad idea, but I didn't have texting. I just had phone call.
Yeah.
So I would just call all my friends all the time and be on my phone as like a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
My mom took it away until I was in 8th grade.
See, I knew I had minutes, so I would always try to keep it down just because...
I did not give a fuck.
Yeah, I didn't. I always tried to, like, oh, okay, whatever. But,
After 9, call me.
yeah. But, like...
It's going to AM.
I also had the house phone still at that
Me
time,
too.
Yep.
too.
Yeah.
So, and then, but I had free texting, so I could text whoever.
My mom found out that I texted once and she flipped out and took my phone away, and then I did not see it for 3 years.
Yeah.
She's like, that was the last time.
My parents told me I went to Guatemala and I believed them.
What?
They said we sent your phone to Guatemala to get fixed. It'll be back in a couple years. I'm not joking. And I said, okay.
Oh, that shipping must have cost a fortune.
Right, I can't imagine.
You guys know who I am as a person, so like believing that at 10 was
Yeah.
like not out of my box, like out of my reach. Like
no,
I was
like-
very dumb.
No, even tight.
Ew, that offends me though. When people think I'm stupid, legitimately think I'm dumb, and I'm not. I'm very smart.
Oh, I get that a lot. But I'm a space...
No.
Like, I know I'm smart, but I'm also a fucking space cadet.
Me
and,
too, but like listen,
I'm never there. Like,
listen,
you know?
I could tell you so many. I can look at a page of text and like remember it.
Yeah.
Like I can
think
picture it in my
everyone's smart
mind.
their own way. Like,
Yeah, but like people think I'm fucking stupid and it makes me
because
mad.
you're the same way I am, though. You're a fucking airhead. Like, we say dumb things.
I'm
and-
not.
Girl, come on.
I can't. I know you can't see this, audience, but I'm rolling my eyes.
No, I am. I'm fucking stupid. Like, but I have more common sense than a lot of people. Like,
Yeah.
I know. I can't even get this out. I know a lot of things that people don't think I do. Like, I know.
You may be an open book, SpongeBob, but I'm a bit more complicated than that. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
I can't even think right now.
But I feel like I'm low key, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going out of my way to be like, I'm smart.
Well,
like,
you,
know what I mean?
Me
yeah,
either.
You don't have to do that.
But I can sit down and take a test in like 5 minutes. I literally took my
Right.
sociology test
See-
in 7 minutes, and I got half a point off. Half a point.
I failed my biology exam, by the way. But I didn't study.
I got a 98
And I didn't go
on
to
my
class
law
last week,
test.
so, like,
I got 98.
we live in this bitch. Good for you, though. I'm proud of you.
yeah,
Hell
good
yeah.
for you.
I don't like that reaction, but whatever.
Because I just thought about what I was saying and what you just said. Like, I don't have to prove that. I don't need to like say
Yeah.
I'm smart.
You
I
don't
just
need
was
to
just
prove
like,
it.
I got a 98 on my law test. Like, why did I
Yeah,
say
but,
it?
like-
Well, I mean,
Proud.
you know, I mean, she was just doing a
That's just
self-depreciate,
horrid.
you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like,
Lord.
I said that shit's horrid.
it's horrid.
You know what offends me? Sorry.
The way that,
You're good, go
the way
for
that
it.
you just blurted that out, that offended me. No, I'm just kidding, continue.
When people have American flags on their Toyota Tundras, it's like, you're fucking stupid.
That's so specific.
Because I saw it earlier and it's annoying. Like,
No.
Make America great again as they're driving a
I see that everywhere, and it's just like,
Like, you're dumb. You
that's
realize I'm dumb?
actually, I get offended by seeing, and people are gonna be mad at me. Again, I don't care. But this is the problem with Trump as the president right now, because I see these signs and I automatically, and I know this is judgment as well,
Associate.
but I automatically associate you with racism and bigotry, and because why do you think that's all that they're preaching? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not over here saying that we don't want rights for other people. We're pushing for rights for other people that aren't us, people that don't look like us.
Because people think that if you give other people rights, it takes away their rights.
Yeah,
which
is
doesn't make sense.
It is not the case at all. You guys are just and Make America Great Again. America was never great. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you. It was never great.
I mean, I appreciate
the freedoms that it has brought.
I appreciate like the sentiment of making America great.
Yes,
but I don't think again is the right word to follow that. It's like when was it?
So if he didn't put the again in, would you have hopped on the train?
No, I wouldn't. Obviously, like because of what is he saying is I don't agree with.
Yeah,
and the way. Not even like, okay, Republican, Democrat, that's a different story. But the way he goes about things, he's so childish for being the leader of the free fucking world. That shit's so crazy.
It's just like things that people say all the time, things that we've gotten accustomed to seeing him doing, acting like a fool on TV.
There's no sense of like diplomacy or like any type of professionalism.
And that's
like, that's why we love him so much. But it's like, do you really want that to represent your fucking country? Like,
you don't want.
What?
Yeah, I understand the not trusting politicians, and I get.
But he's a fucking businessman. You think that's any better?
He was gifted $1 million to start a business.
Rich people
like that is not
less empathetic.
This is our problem with our society, and it's almost to the point where like we root for people who have all the money in the world
because we think that one day that's gonna be us, even though that ain't never gonna be the case.
No. Like you should actually be mad because they're living this life that you will never be able to have in 1,000 years, and they were
life.
They have over the amounts of money, and then they do one charitable act, and we're all like, oh,
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
It's like you should be continuously donating half. Ooh. And that's another thing for Catholics. I'm sorry, honey, if you think that you're safe, you're supposed to barely have any belongings at all. You're supposed to give half of what you have to people that don't fucking have it. So you're sinning too. I'm sorry to tell you that. You're supposed to be charitable.
What is your opinion on the Ella and George Bush thing?
We were just talking about this. Okay. My problem with this is that George Bush specifically went out of his way to push anti-gay policies and stuff like that, okay? He's a war criminal, okay?
Right.
He's not just some average Joe. He was a president, okay?
Right.
He ran the country.
She's
sitting next to him. She's like, I can be friends with all kinds of people. Be kind to everybody. Yes, be kind to everybody. First of all, that don't mean that I have to go to every football game or whatever the fuck they were at with every Joe Blow that I fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to be BFFs with everybody that I know. You can be kind to people, but that you specifically were sitting and you called him your friend.
Right.
Like, this is somebody who went out of his way to ruin your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you being a lesbian woman, it really bothers me. And it's like, you defending him, saying that he's not just a different person, he's a criminal. Like, but the thing is that brings out their white elitist rich status. They're all in the same circle, which is why Whoopi Goldberg defended her, because they all know each other, and she's friends with him too.
Moral absolutism really bothers me, though. I'm gonna be honest. Like how people are like, how can he be good if he did one bad thing? You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm saying.
I did not know what you were saying.
I just hear him subtly.
Continue.
But like, I'm trying to think of like, so like Martin Luther King, right? Mm-hmm. He was a great man. We all know him for a great man, but he also cheated on his wife. Mm-hmm. So it's like, how are you gonna take away? And then people are like, oh, but he cheated on his wife. So you're gonna take away all the good things he did just for that one bad thing? You know what I'm saying? So like,
and that's
he's
something
still
that, like,
human. He's still allowed to make mistakes. Mm-hmm. It doesn't.
That's something that went on in his
thing.
personal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but this is the thing with George W. Bush. So it's like, I don't agree that he. You know what I'm saying? He is a war criminal. I don't think he. I think Dick Cheney was running most of that, but I think he was just a puppet. But still, like, he was a war criminal. But I hate the sense that they're like, he can't change and be better and like change. So like, he was against gay. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying he can now be for gay rights. You know what I'm saying?
But he's never apologized. Yeah, and he's never.
But I hate that stance. Where it's like, people can't be better.
They can. I have no problem with somebody being better, but I need a heartfelt apology. I need to know that you actually feel the things that you're saying, like, and not just do that, but then start donating. Like, you have to start making up for the things that you were lacking in the the empathy, the
the whole thing really bothered me. Like, he's a war criminal, da da da. But then those are the same people who are like, they fawn over Obama. When I'm like, he didn't get us into that war, but it's like not like he did anything to change what was happening.
Right.
So it's like, if you want to be mad at George W., you should be mad at all these motherfuckers and not, you know what I'm saying? When Obama's on fucking whatever with Michelle, like, you should be mad at them too.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. And like, that's the thing. But then people are like, they take the Democrat, like, there's just no, it's right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like Donald Trump with this whole impeachment thing. Like, he did something wrong. Like, that's like, we
I don't
have
care
to
what
hold
party.
them accountable.
There's no party. I don't give a fuck what party. Wrong is wrong. Right is right. Like.
And this is why we get heated, because this personally offends me, like, personally. And it's like, people are what?
Whitewash denim jeans. I really hate them.
I only wear black jeans.
Well, actually, I agree with that. Those are very offensive. Yeah, certain styles offend me. When you, like, if you ever go into, like, a Walmart.
No.
Like, the people walking around Walmart.
Is that classism at its best right there? That you associate certain things, but that's, like, poor people who can't afford to wear anything but cookie
See,
monster
now,
sweatpants.
I don't agree with that. I think that no matter what, you could always try to jazz up an outfit. Or you can, like...
I don't know. That's a lot of internalized classism, though, to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're judging people based on their outfit.
Oh, I'm absolutely.
Right.
Like, I'm not doubting that at all. That I have some institutionalized, like, you know.
We hate poor people. It's just, we're programmed.
I am poor.
But it's not that. It's more just like,
Oh,
I just like, even if you're wearing sweatpants, like, don't, like, accessorize it with, like, an over. Like, it's just like putting pieces together. That's really all it is. Like, you can wear your sweatpants. I don't care. Just try to, like, accessorize.
Mike's literally talking about me. Just so you
I mean,
know.
like, if it's hitting you in a certain way, then somebody's guilty. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't give a fuck.
I just, like, there's just certain looks.
Stop looking at me when you're talking about it.
I can't help it.
You're wearing sweatpants right now.
I know, but I'm wearing this nice crop.
I'm wearing a t-shirt and jeans.
No, I know. You really don't look bad, I'm not kidding.
Billy Bong pullover, like.
Billy Bong?
Billabong.
I know.
Oh. Billy Bong, it sounds like your cousin. Like, not like your cousin,
That's what
but
I
like
named my bong.
Billy Bong?
Yeah.
That's cute. That's cute.
I killed him. He's dead.
Oh. Wow, that's okay.
I didn't mean to. It was an accident. But he did die. He's gone.
It was murder, cold-blooded murder.
R.I.P.
Technically, if it,
I
like
get
I said,
offended that people assume my sexuality.
okay, that has to tie in with, you know,
It makes me offended.
But
the
that's
spectrum.
also, like, why are you so sensitive about your sexuality?
I'm not.
So how are you offended by people assuming your sexuality?
When a girl blurted out to the whole class, "You're gay, right?" the other day. That offended me.
I mean, I can see why that offended me.
I
Yeah,
was
that
like,
offended me.
"You're half right." Is exactly
We're
what my
all
response
okay.
was.
It's okay.
I don't care about that. I was just offended that she was like,
Right.
"But you're gay, right?"
Like,
Yeah,
first of
I
all,
mean,
it's like,
why was she trying to get your opinion on something?
She said she was upset that I wasn't there on Monday because we were talking about.
I'm like trying to figure out how this ties into what she's gonna say about.
We were talking about interest groups, and LGBTQA plus got brought up, and I wasn't there.
Oh.
She was the only one that quote understood the LGBTQ community.
Quote,
and
understood.
quote. Well, I use air quotes because I heard something that she said later on. But then she turns around, she was like, "Girl, I needed you on Monday," and I was like, "Why?" And that's what she said.
Oh.
And she goes, "I go, why?" And my friend Alexis looks at me and she's like, "Well, this girl, other girl's like, you're gay, right?" And I was like. It was dead silent. Everyone just like turned around and looked at me, and I was like, "What?"
Like, mind your
She goes, "Well,
business.
you're a lesbian, aren't you?" And I was like,
You know what I would have done? I would have just started flinching and went into a corner, and I would have been like,
I was already
past
in-
trauma.
I was
like,
already in the
like,
corner.
Been like, oh no, like, and like people would have been like, oh, triggered.
Well, no, they're all like 18. They have no idea what's going on. But this girl's like our age, and she was just like, "Oh, like my bad." And I was like, "Well, no, like I'm bi, but like whatever." And okay, that was my response. And she was like, I was like, "I don't fucking care if people know." And then one guy from the corner was like, "So like, are you pan or like what does that mean?" And I was like, "Oh my god, everyone just stick your heads back in your fucking phones."
I don't know why people have to fuck pans. It's really weird.
Sorry, I'm not pansexual. So.
I mean, like, yeah.
But I'm just saying that offended me.
I mean, like, my problem is when people like are doing it from an outer experience, like they're just looking at you or looking at me and like, you know, and being like,
she was assuming I was
they're gay. Like,
Aman,
okay,
the girl I work with, shout out Aman, I love you, bitch. she always calls me asexual because I'm just not very like overly sexual like about shit. But I'm like, nah, I like dudes. It's just unfortunate that I like dudes.
I know, like sometimes there's the unfortunate case where
Right, like,
you hate men.
I hate men, but
Yeah.
I want fuck them. Like,
Isn't that the worst?
really though.
I mean,
Hate fucking can be nice. But
It
it's
is
just
nice.
like.
I mean, yeah,
I gotta find
but
that.
if that's like a constant thing, then
Right.
it's no longer like a kinky thing. You know what I'm saying? It starts to be like
We'll
a
get
loose-
into that.
All right, well, that was our take this week on.
Let's end on it.
we need to stop before we start jumping into kinks because I need to get off this podcast.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile. But tune in next week for our last
Last one.
episode for the season.
Oh my
High
God.
five. We made it through 12.
This is 11, right?
Yeah, this is 11. And it's our special Halloween episode.
Spooky. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been The Realist. Thank you, Nicole, for accompanying us today. We give high fives because we're white.
As we just high-fived. Oh, we have to go now.
Okay. Well, this has been fun.
Ooh.
Hope we've been real. Like, share, subscribe, please.
Comment.
Be kind, and if you didn't like what we said,
I hope you're not offended. Bye, bitches.
bye.
Yeah, I'm just honest.